Join us for an evening with the talented Adam Tress, illustrator of The Lantern House, written by Erin Napier of the popular HGTV show Hometown. The Day Gourmand Children's Literature Collection will host an exhibit of Adam's original artwork, and he will give a talk about the process that went into The Lantern House, his first picture book. A reception and book signing will take place on Thursday, December 1 from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the Trent Lodge Center on the Hattiesburg campus. The School of Music is hosting the Holiday Colors Spectacular featuring choral activities, the USM Symphony Orchestra and guest middle high school singers, taking place Thursday, December 1 at 7:30 p.m. Main Street Baptist Church. Join the Gulf Park Health Center for hot chocolate, winter tunes, and holiday cheer. Help them stuff UPD's cruiser with as many donated toys for their Toys for Tots event. Donations are being accepted prior to the Stuff the Cruiser event. Drop off new unused toys at the Gulf Park Health Center campus at the USM Gulf Park campus. Come purchase one-of-a-kind pieces created by faculty and students in USM's Art and Design program. Items for sale will make great holiday gifts and include utilitarian ceramic dishes, ice cream bowls, coffee cups, beer mugs, teacups, flower vases, decorated bottles, and much more. The funds generated help procure materials for student projects, pay for student registrations at art conferences, and secure visiting artists who bring instructive lectures and demonstrations to Southern Miss. The event is taking place December 2 at 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. USM Theater is presenting the Fall Dance Showcase. It is a collection of choreography from students in the dance program and features the Freshman Repertory Company in the performance debut. Saturday, December 3 at 2 p.m., taking place at the Theater and Dance Building, Studio 115. Now it's time for some local news. Bond has been set for a man involved in an accident where a pedestrian was killed after being hit by a vehicle in Forest County Tuesday night. 59-year-old William Thurman of Petal had his initial appearance in the Forest County Circuit Court Wednesday morning, where his bond has been set at $50,000 for aggravated driving under the influence. No injuries were reported in a two-vehicle collision on Interstate 59, which resulted in a vehicle fire. At approximately 7:45 a.m. Tuesday morning, firefighters from the North Forest Volunteer Fire Department, Macedonia Volunteer Fire Department, and Hattiesburg Fire Department responded to the report of a two-vehicle motor vehicle collision on Interstate 59 southbound, just north of the Bowie River Bridge. A 12-year-old is dead after playing Russian roulette in Jackson. Deputy Chief Derek Hearn says the dangerous game led to the death of a 12-year-old Markel Noah, who was originally missing and later found at an abandoned house at Audubon Place Friday night. The Jackson Police Department arrested two juveniles and one 21-year-old adult on November 25. According to JPD, the two juveniles are being charged with murder, and the adult is being charged with the accessory after the fact of the murder. The Hattiesburg Fire Department will continue to test hydrants for pressure and output variables this week. Residents in these areas may encounter blocked roads or traffic detours during this time, as well as low water pressure or discolored water. These are typical side effects of hydrants being flushed during testing. Residents who experience loss of service or an elongated time of low-pressure discolored water should call 601-545-4500. There are a lot of puzzle pieces that need to fit together for the medical marijuana industry to be fully up and running, and most of those are now in place. 900 Mississippians have already applied and been certified for their medical marijuana cards. But there is a message that some of them are getting that has them wondering if they've done something wrong. So the patient will actually get an approval notice from the Department of Health, described Angie Calhoun, founder and CEO of the Mississippi Cannabis Patients Alliance. And then they will get a second email that says your card is deactivated. Angie Calhoun with the Mississippi Cannabis Patients Alliance says not to panic. As soon as the Department of Revenue opens those dispensary doors, the Department of Health, they stay in close contact with each other. They will activate your patient card, added Calhoun. That's it for the news. We'll be right back with sports and weather after these messages.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To start, Mississippi will give you 1 month cooler rental and 2 bottles of water for free. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Since 1927, the Student Prince has been a direct conduit to USM students. Get your share of the more than $600 million USM brings into South Mississippi by advertising your business or service in the Student Prince. To find out more about how to advertise in the Student Prince, email sm2sales@usm.edu.
Hey, I'm back with some sports news. Mexico beat Saudi Arabia in the final Group C match on Wednesday in Qatar, but it wasn't by enough. The victory for Mexico gave them 4 points for the group, but Poland also finished with 4 points following their loss to Argentina 6 points earlier on Wednesday. Lionel Messi's squad advances to the round of 16 after winning the group, but Poland and Mexico were deadlocked at 4 points apiece after the matches ended. Thus, tiebreakers were to be considered. The first is goal differential, and because Saudi Arabia's Salim Al-Dawsari scored in the 95th minute of the match, Mexico's goal differential fell to -1 despite a 2-1 victory. Saudi Arabia is also out of the World Cup after their thrilling upset against Argentina to begin the tournament. With a win against Mexico, they would have moved on the round of 16. Croatia and Belgium ended the match this morning in a draw, while Morocco beat Canada by scoring 2-1 and making their way into the next round. Japan is playing against Spain in 1 p.m. today in a match that is without a doubt today's FIFA's match of the day. Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers wasn't able to finish Sunday night's 40-33 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles due to a rib injury, but it doesn't look like that will keep him from starting against the Chicago Bears in Week 13. Rodgers appeared on the Pat McAfee Show Tuesday and said that he plans to play on Sunday after getting good news on his MRI scans. It is a wonderful weekend for UFC fans because UFC Fight Night Thompson vs. Holland is taking place Saturday. Stephen Thompson and Kevin Holland will be going toe-to-toe for the main event at 9 p.m., but the show starts earlier, around 6 p.m. with preliminary fights. Tai Tuivasa will be fighting Sergey Pavlovich for the heavyweight title, and middleweight division will be featuring fights like Eric Anders and Kyle Daukaus. Enjoy this fight free by getting ESPN Plus, or the next UFC fight will be a pay-per-view event and will cost you a wallet. Now it's time for some weather. Well, starting off, this is a courtesy of Ryan Mahan. Well, starting off with much better weather than we began with yesterday, as those strong thunderstorms were just wrapping up. Today it's nothing but blue sky and sun above our heads, with much dry air in place. That cool, dry air is what brought us down to near freezing this morning, with at least a few frosty areas to the north, but largely staying just above freezing. The sun is now up and will begin warming, but I'm expecting we'll top out near 58 in Hattiesburg. Though reaching the low 60s wouldn't surprise me at all. Basically, it's a tug of war between the sun and continued cold air advection, and I expect the cold air to hold the edge for one more day before giving away. Once it does begin warming, though, it shoots up like a rocket. Tomorrow morning will be only about 2-4 degrees warmer than this morning was, but tomorrow afternoon will be at least a 10-degree bump, if not more. By Saturday, we'll be closing in on the upper 70s again, but that's where it levels off. And that's because the reason for the warm-up is a front moving in Saturday morning. Before it gets there, we'll see a surge of warmer, more humid air from the south. But the front will never fully pass through, so we won't get the influx of cooler, drier air on the backside like we did with yesterday's front. That's it for the news. It's almost our final. We're almost about to be done with the final week, and I hope everyone's trying to get the aces. How's your final week going, Abigail?
Stressful.
Right.
It's usually stressful.
Right.
But I'm managing. I'm doing my best. I think I've done well so far. It's
That's
just
good.
a lot of homework. How's it
Right.
going for you, Salon?
Well, this is obviously my last day, so
Your last day,
Yeah.
like period?
yep, I have.
Like forever?
Yeah.
Like here?
Yeah, yeah.
You're
I mean-
leaving?
No, I mean for this semester.
Oh, it's mine too. I was about to be so sad. I was like,
Right.
you're leaving us, Salon? No.
No,
But,
I should be back next
okay.
semester.
Yeah, that's great. I'm so excited. I just hope everyone is just staying stress-free and
Right,
calm.
right, yep. In these tough times.
Tough times, definitely. But let's go ahead and go into some Mississippi moments and some sponsorships, and we'll be right back to just talk. This is Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. By the time Letha's Barbecue moved to Hattiesburg, it had become a destination spot for barbecue lovers around the world. She credits her love of people and the power of word-of-mouth advertising.
I don't think I got the best ribs in the world. I don't think so. But I do a good job of what I do. And I love my job. I love to cook. I love people. You know, that's what makes it. You got to love people. If you don't love people, you can't make it. And I have people from London, Paris, Africa, Australia, all over the world, Washington, California. That's all over the world, the people. And I don't advertise. It's just the word of mouth. Just like when you eat your, if you get changed easy, I hope you do. You would go tell somebody else. And, you know, just like that, it's just the word of mouth. It's just the word of mouth. Sometimes they have to wait 2 hours outside. We have a lot of people. I have people from Memphis. They'll come out. The best ribs in Memphis, I said, well, you ain't at mine yet.
To hear more, subscribe to the Mississippi Moments podcast or just like us on Facebook. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
Thanks for listening to those Mississippi Moments. Let's go into some sponsorships, and we'll be right back. This is Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To start, Mr. Sippy will give you 1 month cooler rental and 2 bottles of water for free. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Research shows that audiences feel positively about businesses that underwrite programming on their community radio station. Research also shows that the audiences are likely to patronize businesses that support community radio programming. The audience also believes that businesses that support community radio care about their community. If you want to build this type of relationship with WUSM's audience, call us at 601-266-4287 to ask about sponsoring programming. It's more than just exposure, it's building a community relationship.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. So usually we have a guest during this time. We have a guest or two, or honestly even some more sometimes when the show just feels like it's going to be a bit bold that day. But today, because it is our last show of the semester, we figured that we all the crew that we could have in here is just going to talk about what we went through this semester, just basically what our role here has been, and gushy stuff, mushy stuff that, you know, we basically what we have called it is an on-air party. So we're just going to get into that in lieu of a guest. So I'm here with Michaela, who runs our video.
Hello.
And Salon, of course. You know Salon. He does our news reading. And honestly, every other day, they switch it out on Tuesday, Thursdays. He runs boards as well. And of course, I wish he could be in here and talk from there. But we have Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce, hey!
Yeah.
Oh, cool, okay.
Y'all can't see him on camera, but you're so low, I can hardly hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So Bryce is here, you can't see him if you're watching our live. And of course we are here with our executive producer, Miss Whitney, who keeps us running alongside Wilbur and just make sure that our show in here is just running as smoothly as it can. So basically I just want to ask, how did everyone's semester go?
Oh my gosh, I am so tired, to be
I
honest with
believe
you.
it.
Man, this semester has nothing been like roller coasters, hoops, and everything. Probably one of the like the most interesting ones I had thus far at USM.
Yeah,
Yeah. How about y'all's?
dramatic.
Felt that?
Lots of drama, but we made it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely getting through it. Working on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, mine was all right. I mean, it was no complaints, you know.
Yeah.
I failed a class, still no complaints, you know.
He's staying optimistic, and I like that. That's staying
I'll say
positive.
that's okay. Shoot, every loss is a win somewhere.
Right.
Glass half full. I like that.
Well, I can truly say I am glad we are at the latter of the semester.
Yeah.
I can truly say that. First semester in grad school as a PhD student was something serious.
I imagine.
Right.
I believe it.
And trying to teach students and trying to write for a dissertation and coming in here, it was all rewarding though, because everything is a learning experience, no matter what, no matter how you look at it, whether you're, as he says, failing, which I don't really, you know, I fuss when students are failing, because they can come to me with enough time where we can try to fix it. But it's okay.
Right.
Lessons learned are lessons valued. Okay.
Yeah. Bryce?
I've had a pretty good semester. I've had a great semester. I mean, I've loved all my classes. I've had like a bunch of super cool classes that I've really gotten like hands-on in, like my live sound class. That was super, super cool.
Yeah.
I'm sad to see that one go.
Oh, me too.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was such a cool class. I wish our final was actually in person, but because of the tornado yesterday, we have to take like an online one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because me, Bryce, and Salon, we all take like the same night live
Right.
sound class. It's
Yeah.
so much fun, and honestly, I could say I learned a lot from that class. But at the same time, it's like, darn, I don't think I'm ever gonna like have a class like this ever at
Yeah,
USM again.
Definitely.
It was
Yeah.
really hands-on, and I'd even go far as to say that's the best class I've ever taken at USM.
Really?
Yep.
Really? I definitely have. I can say that at least. Though the year was dramatic in other terms, at least in all of my classes, I did well, and I took really interesting classes. My World Lit class with Professor Shin, we read so much, and we learned a lot, and we had a lot of good discussions and conversations that needed to be had. And of course, with Dr. Stephen Coleman, and getting to learn how to use Photoshop, and all basically the Adobe stuff, the Premiere Pro, and what's the audio one? Audience?
Pro Tools?
Pro Tools?
Audition.
Audition.
Yeah.
Yes, we learned
so
all
that
of that.
sounds like my class, Com 210.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, we got to make a podcast, like a little podcast.
Oh,
We made a
nice.
magazine cover. We had to do another one. We did a lot. And then we just made a silent short film, which was really fun, and it was really productive. It's definitely something we can learn here as communication students. It's definitely useful. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
That sounds so
actually the
cool.
class I teach.
Really?
You just weren't in my class.
Yeah.
I actually teach Com 210 Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we learn all the components of the Adobe Cloud, the Adobe Creative Suite.
Okay.
And from everything from InDesign, Photoshop, Lightroom, Audition, and Premiere. And my students have really made me proud. Now, I had some really strong stipulation and a rubric that was really, stern with how I'm grading.
Right.
But so far, so good. I've been pleased with everything that all my students have turned in.
Good.
That's real good.
That's really good.
good to hear.
So what is the plans for next semester, everyone?
Keep chugging along.
Well,
Yeah, keep
yeah.
chugging along.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
I've got 18 hours
Okay.
in the spring,
I do too.
and then in the fall, and then I got to take 10 hours in the summer so that I can graduate a semester early.
Oh, cool.
Mm.
Wow.
I mean, a lot of the classes that I've got, though, are pretty hands-on. Like the live sound class and the critical listening class and a couple others that I've had, they're all not like homework or reading based. It's more so like we're going to go and actually do something in class that you can learn from. So
Right.
I'm not too worried about it, but I know it'll be a lot of work. But in the summer, I'm hoping to do study abroad in like Italy for a couple weeks to get 3 credits for that.
You're
So
gonna
I've
like
got 10.
Italy.
yeah.
I know, I'm super excited about it.
That's a
hoping I can do
personal
it.
goal I set for myself is that at some point
Yeah.
in my time here, I would love to do study abroad. I don't care where I go, well,
Right.
kind of, but I would love to go because I would love to see the world, or at least just a tiny part of it.
Yeah.
That's what one thing I want to do, and to be able to continue my studies there, I just think that'd be so cool, honestly.
Well, actually, as we speak, I'm working on my passport because I love to go to Italy.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. Don't you see me in Paris?
Yes, I do. I really do. That would be so much fun.
That would be amazing. Oh my God, I get to see. And one of the things I would love to go is because me being a classical pianist, I get to go to some of the conservatives where they teach music.
I
You
didn't
know,
even know
a
you
little
do
more
that.
advanced than what I'm, my level of skill, but just being a part of that. And I want to see the little bitty Mona Lisa.
Oh, yeah?
It's about this big. That's so historical, has so much historical value. And it's just so many things in Italy that I would just love to see. I don't know if I would even come back.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, when I went, I honestly didn't want to come back either because I went to Italy back in like when I just graduated high school.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When I tell you Italy was so beautiful, I went to see the Sistine Chapel by Michelangelo. I
Yes.
cried. I
my
cried. Oh my gosh. Because I was there with my choir group.
Yeah.
And we would go around Italy, Rome, Florence, the big cities that you may think of. Going around, we were just singing, and we were like, let's go see the art. So we went to see the art. I saw Sistine Chapel. When I tell you, I broke down, and they were telling us, be quiet. I had to cover my mouth.
I would have done the same
Be
thing.
like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'll do that to you. Just
Yeah.
looking at pictures of all the events and all the artwork and hearing the music and knowing that this is where a lot of this stuff arrived from, this is where it came from, and knowing that you are in the midst of that. I felt like that. And I know this is still here in America and it's in Texas, but I felt like that when I first went to the Alamo in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this is the Alamo. This little bitty building has caused all this ruckus.
Yeah.
But when you walk inside, it's like you get a moment of surreal where you look at everything that has happened, talking about from Italy to San Antonio, the Alamo, and we know history has brought us here. And so when you arrive in these places where you've seen in the books from childhood, from elementary to middle school to high school, and even in college, and you arrive inside of the building, it's like you have
Yeah.
to pinch yourself to say, am I alive?
Right.
So I don't know if y'all get that feeling, but I'm one of
Yeah.
those emotional creatures.
Yeah.
No, trust. I understand.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, if you like Italy too much, you can get a dual citizenship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always do that.
Okay.
Which I'd love to do that.
Right.
I could do that to any country that I just want to see the world. That's what I want to do, and I would love to do study abroad. I want to go.
What do
That
you
is a
think-
goal I've set for myself.
What do you think about going?
London.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
nice place. Yep.
I've never traveled out of the
we'll go
country.
together.
I've never traveled out of the country before. Like I don't travel as much as I want to, but I would love to go to London or I'd love to go to France. I take French now, and I love speaking it. I would love to become fluent in it. Yeah, and there's so many others. I could go to Spain.
Right.
They used
Yes,
to do Greece.
Spain is beautiful.
I would
Greece,
love
oh,
to go to Greece.
wherever you
Greece
go,
would
I
be
want to go.
Okay. It's a goal that I've set for myself. So what classes besides like you wanted to study abroad, Bryce? What classes are y'all taking? Are you still staying in here? Did you pick up a minor? Are you branching out? Anyone?
I don't even remember. I've got like a special projects class that we're doing with like me, Jared, Chef, and
Yeah.
a few of the other people in the MEA major. I'm super excited about that. I don't know
Yeah.
if I'm really allowed to talk much about it, but I'm really excited for
Oh.
that. That's the only one that I really remember. Oh, and mixing and mastering too.
Okay.
I'm really, really, really excited for that class because some of my other like colleagues that I've talked to and friends have been like, that's like one of the most important classes that I've taken.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
really excited for that one.
I added a minor, and I'm now taking an
Oh.
English minor because I love to write. I've always loved writing, and I'm now going to take creative writing, and I'm really excited about that. I'm taking tutoring writing. I'm continuing French, and the rest of it basically is all just journalism classes, and that's it. So I'm gonna be busy with my 18 hours, but I definitely think it'll be worth it. I'm also taking, I think, a political science class, so I don't know what to expect from that. Because I'm not that good at like understanding politics. I can talk, I can produce my argument, but I don't know how it'll be actually taking a political class when that's nowhere near the field that I want to go into. So it'll definitely be a different semester next year, but I'm going to do my best. That's what I'm just going to keep telling myself, that I'm going to do my best.
Awesome. Well, I have one class before I graduate.
Oh my gosh.
So I was actually thinking that I'll deliberately fail that class next semester so that I
You
have
better
more
not.
time. You know, so I
No.
thought I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, that means
not
you
worth
like to
it.
spend money. You want to spend more money?
Yeah.
I mean, still, I mean, if I only take one class, they'll probably charge me like 2,000. That's still less than 7,000 a semester if I take full courses. So you know.
That's true.
That's a
Still,
hit,
though,
right?
save money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Save money. Just get it out of the way.
Right.
Just go.
No.
And I'll probably join masters in USM. You know,
Wow.
Nice.
Maybe in theater. I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's
We'll see.
awesome. That really is
Got an
awesome.
actor here, got a singer here. What else do we have here? Got a TV talk show host soon, future talk show host.
Possibly.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
I want to be an author. That's something I want to do.
You want to do what?
I want to be an author.
I can see that.
I love writing. I do it all the time.
Okay.
That's one thing I want to. I want to be I want to win a Pulitzer. That's my goal that I really set for my life. And I have a lot of goals. I do.
Well,
There's a lot of things I want
I
to do.
call dibs on your first copy.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Son. I heard it there.
Yeah, but I got the signature.
Okay.
I got exclusive sign Abigail Trough looking book here. $2,000.
I got y'all.
Well, I want a co-author.
Okay.
See, y'all thought y'all could get all the good perks, right?
Wow. So, are y'all coming back to Southern Miss today? Is anything changing up here?
No,
Really?
y'all are. Y'all coming back. I can say that you are.
Well, no, that's it.
You are. All of you are.
I am
can say
switching
that.
days though.
Yeah, you're switching days, but you're coming back.
I am coming back, and I'm very excited about that. I've been doing this since October of last year, before everyone else even got up here. So, before we even had cameras, before we even came in here to do the show. I mean, I was in there with one other person doing the show. That's how little it was, really, and it was an hour long every time. That's how different it was back then when I got started. And I was so bad at it. I could not read every time. I guess I got nervous, so I'd like stutter really, really bad because I talk so fast when I get nervous. But I got better. I have a lot of people here to thank for that. My two mentors, they left though. They graduated, Charles and Kobe. So they graduated last year, but I credit a lot of what I do here to them. So I want to see radio through until I graduate.
Nice.
Yeah, because I do. I love it up here, and I love the people that I work with, and it makes me very happy
That's good.
doing radio. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I will not be the video producer next semester. I'm like so sad about it, but I will be the producer. So I'll be the one booking all the interviews and stuff like that, mainly behind the scenes.
Yay.
But I still,
Thank you.
We'll bring you in and show your face.
Yeah.
I do want to show my face because I actually really love sitting down and listening to the conversation.
yeah.
Yes, I think that they're really interesting, especially some of the guests that we had, like
Yes.
like EVE Mississippi with
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
electric cars.
That was so cool.
I
That
would
was
say
so cool.
I saw Bryce at the event and I was like, look at this.
I met him before. I interviewed him last year, and every time I interview that guy, it's always so cool.
It is so
Every time.
nice. And honestly, I would. You might see me in the room over, but you just probably see me in the corner like, oh my gosh, this is a really nice conversation. I'm just
Yeah.
sitting here, just no noise.
Listening. Yeah.
I'll always welcome the assistant producer here at the time of the show. That way you can also meet the guests that you book, so you can actually put the face with an email or with
Yeah.
a phone call or text or whatever. I recommend that because we are a team, and the greatest thing about being a team player is for everybody to be on set at the time of the show. Even though assistant producers get to book and do the paperwork and not show up, I recommend that assistant producers show up to
Yeah.
meet their guests, because that's
Definitely.
your guests. That's the guests that
Right.
you put in place. So I feel it's necessary for for everybody to just be here. We're here for 30 minutes a day.
Yeah, I
Monday
mean, you
through
can
Thursday.
give us a little bit of
And,
time.
only a couple days. Each producer has their day: Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday. So 30 minutes, 2 days, that's an hour within
Yeah.
a week. So yeah, I think that will be welcome to come up here and meet your guests.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
Are you changing positions, Salon?
I have no idea.
Salon will continue to be a news reader.
Right.
Because we have agreed that he has a very unique voice.
Yeah,
It sounds
he does.
Great
good.
radio
Now,
voice.
everybody, not to discredit no one else, but everybody also has good voice. But when you hear that voice quality of certain people who
Yeah.
read or talk, or just their tonal quality, you hear that and you go, we gotta keep that.
Yeah.
We
Absolutely.
have to keep that.
Definitely.
We have to keep that.
Thank
It's
you.
funny when you hear people over the air and you go, wow, they sound so cute. I'm sure a lot of the listeners are going, Salon sounds so cute.
Probably, yeah. That's amazing. But I'm so glad that everyone is at least staying close to home up
Right.
here. I'm very excited, and I can't wait to continue working with y'all. Even though I'll be on a different day, I'm still gonna find y'all. I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna say hey. Definitely.
And there might be a time where you might need to sit in. Sometimes we have to sit in for each other.
Yeah, you gotta have each other's backs up here. That's one thing we've learned a lot this semester, is that we gotta have each other's backs. If someone's out, we need you to cover. That's how we see it. If you can, of course. We work together here.
If not, then I have to do it. I have no problem with doing each one of y'all's position. Hey, that's why I'm executive
Yeah,
producer. I
that's
can
why you do
cover
what you
for
do.
you all.
Yeah.
And I actually have a good time. When I come in and cover for the news or for the host, I actually have a good time doing it because radio and television has been my life for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Faithfully.
Yeah.
So it's something that I feel like, it's kind of like one of my piano teachers who ended up being the chair of the department. She couldn't teach anymore, and one day she went in to assist me on some of the performances that I was working on, and she got to play the piano. When she said, "Oh, it feels so good to play the piano again." So when I'm sitting in front of the mic, I go, "The mic." I'm back at the mic.
Yeah.
I miss it here.
I'm very grateful that I have such a wonderful crew though up here, and I hope y'all have a great Christmas break, and I hope it's restful. I hope you have a wonderful New Year, of course, and I can't wait to see y'all again. Really, I can't wait to do that. So, but we went way over time, and we still have some stuff to play. So let's go ahead and we'll wrap that up just a little bit. But we'll be right back after these sponsorships. This is Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio.
Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest. If you or your business is interested in sponsoring programming on WUSM, we'd love to talk to you about the benefits and opportunities. You can get recognition for your business as well as the appreciation of the WUSM audience. The audience realizes your support provides the programming they listen to daily. In addition, our sponsorship rates are very cost-effective and tax-deductible. To learn more, call 601-266-4287.
Welcome back. This is Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. My name is Whitney Howard, and Abigail, she just let me host just for a brief second. So we're going to take another moment and listen to Simeon Gates discuss campus safety on USM, and we'll be right back.
The recent mass shooting at the University of Virginia brings up an important issue. Are young people becoming desensitized to mass shootings? And are there steps the USM community can take to protect ourselves?
The November 13th shooting, which claimed 3 lives and injured 2 others, is just one on the long list of those caused by the senseless violence of mass shooters. The Gun Archive, a nonprofit that tracks gun violence deaths, calculated that the UVA shooting was just one of about 600 mass shootings that have occurred in 2020 so far. These stories have become disturbingly common in American news and culture. It's to the point where many are concerned that people, especially younger generations, are becoming more and more unfazed by them. SM2 News caught up with various students to get their opinions.
No, you can never become immune to it.
I'm worried that as more of them happen, less people around the world seem to care and be less motivated to help as it becomes a more regular thing, and I'm hoping that society will continue to step up and help.
This conversation also begs the question, what can we do to stop it? Assistant Vice President of Public Safety and Chief of UPD, Rusty Keys, had one word: communication.
But again, in that type of situation, everybody's got to communicate Everybody's got to talk and listen, and everybody's got to be on the same page and train together and work together so we can all prevent it together. It's not just on one person or one entity.
It is easy to become numb or overwhelmed by fear in times like these. But it is important to remember that things are never as out of control or hopeless as they seem. Simeon Gates, SM2 News.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. It is time, the dreaded time, to finally sign off for the semester. And as sad as it is, I have no word. I can't even find the words anymore. We talked for like 30 minutes just about. I mean, I said all I had to say really. I mean, I'm grateful for the people that I work with, and it's time to just go take that break for like 6 weeks. Like 6.5 weeks is how long we're gonna be gone from radio. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so y'all gonna have to deal with that. Our wacky shows for a really long time. Y'all get a break. But I'm very grateful for the people that I work with up here. I'm glad to do radio. I've been in this for over a year now, and I'm very grateful that I've done this. It's such a learning experience for me to work with such wonderful people. It really is, and I'm very grateful. So for one more time, for the last show of the semester, this is not the last semester. Gosh, I can't even speak. I told you, I stutter a lot when I get nervous. Thank you to Michaela for being such a wonderful video producer.
Thank you so much. I had a great time.
Of course. Thank you to Salon for being our newsreader and our audio engineer.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you to Bryce for being our audio engineer and our newsreader, of course. Thank you so much. And thank you to Miss Whitney for putting up with us and just for filling in when we needed you.
And thank
Absolutely.
you, Abigail, for being a great host.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Shout out to
cry.
Abigail.
Right.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
awesome.
gonna say my spiel when y'all get done.
I would say, with all the stuff that Abigail has been through this semester, I am very grateful for her to still be our host because, like I said, I had a great time in the radio show. So shout out to Abigail.
I'm gonna cry.
Shout out to Abigail for being a great, great host and for closing the door on us when we're standing there while she's having the interview. Her face just goes, I know they're not.
And shout out to Miss Whitney for keeping us in
of course.
check.
Thank you so much, Miss Whitney. You cover when we need you, and you put up with a lot.
A lot,
needed you.
truly.
Yeah, y'all don't get fussed at when I get fussed at, but I do get fussed at.
Yeah.
Y'all just don't get fussed at, but I'm gonna start coming here next semester and start fussing.
Right, let it all out.
So do you want to give us Salon a little rap or
What is this,
something?
three-line rap you said,
I got a little word of encouragement for this
Okay.
final week,
Go ahead.
Okay.
So it goes like this, It's getting cold outside, time for some Chinese, so I take out the wok. Southern Miss on the top while all these other colleges flop. To all the Eagles waiting for the final, remember you gotta soar.
Hey.
Make us proud, good luck.
Hey.
That was awesome.
see you.
Wonderful. Thank you. Y'all heard it here. Salon. You're gonna be a rapper one day, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I heard it here. We gotta start playing your music on the show now.
Oh,
You gotta start programming your songs
This is a
now.
little intro,
There we go.
Yeah, you can do that as an
And
intro.
he's gonna soon be a famous actor. Y'all know he has acting skills. So
Yeah.
one day we're gonna be at the movies and we're gonna go,
That's the one I used
that's great. So I probably need to get your autograph just to have it.
Yeah,
on
just to
my-
have one day.
I have Bench's Salon autograph right here. That would be $3,000.
Yeah, worth a lot of money one day.
Right.
Truly. But we've talked for so long today. This is probably the longest show we've done in a while. And of course, I just have to say, because he really does give us a flow, thank you to Wilbur, and of course, thank you to Jonathan.
Yes.
They do such great work, and they're very
Yes,
supportive of
yes.
our
Yes.
show, and they've worked with a lot. We have a wacky show, and they just keep that afloat. They make sure that we're all doing what we're supposed to be doing up here, and we're very grateful to them and to everybody that works up here. And of course, I have to say thank you to the Monday Wednesday show.
Yes,
I don't
absolutely.
interact with them at all. They've been on the show before though, because they've covered when we didn't have somebody. So, we're very grateful for them, of course. And
Thank you, Jackson,
yeah,
Kelsey.
Jackson, Madison, and
Shout out Dr. Ed Simpson.
yeah,
Yes.
shout out Dr. Ed, and just thank you to everybody who works at SM2. And I just, for one final time, until next semester, I hope everyone has a safe break. I hope everyone has a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and just happy holiday. Have a happy New Year. I hope you all get a lot of presents, and I hope y'all just are filled with a lot of Christmas cheer and a lot of joy. And I hope everyone has a restful break, and I hope everyone for finals week does great on their finals. And I hope y'all just have a very restful and wonderful break. But for one final time, until next semester, and for 6 weeks, my name is Abigail Troth. Thank you for listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio.
Southern Miss to the top.
To the top.
To the top.
Southern Miss Today is your public affairs program, so use it. Be a guest on Southern Miss Today to spread the word about your civic events in the Pine Belt. Contact us at southernmisstoday@gmail.com. Make sure and listen to Southern Miss Today Monday through Thursday at noon on WUSN. Southern Miss Today is sponsored